Now, headline of the day. MPs make sensible decision which benefits the majority of people. How rare is that? Thanks largely to the efforts of Equalities Minister Kemi Badenoch, both men and women can now celebrate the prospect of a private pee. It is understood that plans have been quietly approved to prevent non-residential buildings, that's schools, hospitals, offices, etc., from being built without separate loos for men and women. It is a triumph over concerted efforts to halt the forced sharing of spaces, a trend driven by trans activists who point out that only providing boys or girls loos discriminate against their particular life journey. And there is no doubt that trans people, face the stressful dilemma of standing at the urinal in a dress and heels or retracting sideways glances when a man enters a female loo to use the tampon vending machine. But, and it's a big but, the tyranny of the minority was poised to smash up a fundamental human need: privacy from the opposite sex when answering the call of nature. We can exaggerate this issue into a drama about personal safety, but I personally think that's a little hysterical. I don't actually believe that a gender-neutral toilet is going to turn a sane man into a rapist. A rapist's malicious intent is not going to be thwarted by a cubicle door. Of course, Victorian women were liberated by public WCs in the 1880s, roughly 30 years after men had been enjoying them. Can you believe that? 30 years. Toilets genuinely allowed female emancipation to cut free from the kitchen sink. But today, with a mobile phone in every pocket, single-sex toilets aren't really about safety anymore. What they do is allow us to be a human being with a hardwired need to empty the tank without an audience. And we shouldn't be coy about admitting that. It's okay. At my local swimming pool, there is a huge communal area with dozens of individual cubicles and 2 tiny single-sex changing rooms. The large area is always empty, but in the open plan, female-only space, everyone is happy. Maybe it's a woman thing, but give us a choice, and if an activity involves nudity or powdering one's nose, we like to be with our tribe. I haven't spent enough time in men's lockers' rooms to observe whether blokes are similarly comfortable with one another, and I don't intend to. But men and women are different, and that is a great thing. We need to accept human behaviour, celebrate this difference, not blend into one awkward and embarrassed amorphous mass of crossing our legs until we get home. Teenage girls are reportedly spending whole days at school with a full bladder because they're mortified to go in the stall beside the boy they sit next to in maths. And that's not okay. For once, I can reassure my daughters that in the future, at least, they will have one less thing to worry about.